Welcome to today's task and this view. I mean, come on. I don't know if you can tell, but my truck is parked in where my shop will theoretically be. So that's where Frank belongs, that's where the trailer belongs. It's just where everything belongs. And now I am standing on a corner of the house. There are 1, 2, 3, and 4 stakes. They represent the front porch of this house, and it is very crucial at this stage that we get something in place. It is our driveway. Our driveway is required for our zoning clearance. It was the other half of the road process that we have to do, but it just kind of had to come in phases. But it is very crucial that we get this road just right, because out this front porch, Bonnie wants a straightaway coming into the house, so that when you're driving into the house, you have that straightaway, you see the front porch, and there will also be trees on each side, kind of, you know, I don't know, that iconic look. That's what Bonnie and I have always liked, and that's what we want. So since we have the space, we're gonna put that in. But what is crucial is that we get from this level here all the way up to that level up there. And we cannot break a 10% grade at any point, which I really don't want to break a 10% grade for 2 reasons. If I break it, I have to come back in and redo the driveway because it won't pass code. And 2, if I'm even approaching 10% grade, I feel like that's really steep to be bringing down a 5th wheel, for it to be bringing down trailers. I got to account for this road in snowy conditions. In the summertime, it's great. It'll be just fine. In the wintertime, I don't want it to be a death trap or feel like anything that is just, I don't know, in any way bad. So we are going to be lining out this driveway today, and they are on their way with the big machines, same operators, which I'm so grateful for. And we're gonna start paving a road today. Golf ball. Ah, that's awesome. This is going to be amateur tip. I call them amateur tips, I think, because I am an amateur. I'm not a professional, but this is what the pros would do. So maybe it could be a pro tip. I don't know. You guys decide that. I've shown you footage already of how the road process gets built. I'll show you a cool montage in this video, don't you worry. But I have a trailer full of pipe, and it is for a reason. This is gray conduit, that is for electrical work. This is white PVC, that is for plumbing. Now, we're not installing any plumbing lines right now, and I'm not installing any electric lines right now, but one thing I do know is getting a pipe underneath a driveway or sidewalk is a nightmare. So since there's no road, since we are going to be building up the road, I can lay these pieces of pipe down, and they will be sleeves for me to run electrical wire through, for me to run plumbing through later on, for me to run like yard lighting through, all kinds of stuff. So in order for me to do that, you've got to be on top of your game ahead of time. And that's what this pipe is here for right now. It was not cheap. Big pipe is very expensive. All building materials are very expensive right now. They are dropping, but it's money and time I'm saving in the long run by spending a little bit of extra money right now. Since I've been driving up and down this property, all through these like beautiful, gorgeous little sunflowers, I've caught myself a bouquet right there inside my truck. Seriously, it looks like a prank from Olivia, but it's not. It's just me collecting them. How cute. How fun. I gotta work fast. This bulldozer is coming and he's got a job to do. So we are running into an issue. There is the top of the driveway and there's the bottom of the driveway, and I'm standing roughly in the middle. Like I said before, we have to maintain a 10% slope, which means every 100 feet we have to drop 10 feet. That's not possible up there to just drop 10 feet. If you do, you're floating in the air. We've actually had to bring in material, and we're getting ready to bring that in now. But as you come down here to these elevations, we've started to stake it off all the way down so we can see we level off, and then we actually need to cut out elevation there to go down and make elevation here, because that is too steep. It looks very flat. It is not. It is very steep, or at least steeper than they'll pass on code. It has been 3 days trying to get this figured out and really get it solidified to what we need to get done. So right now our dozer guy, with the help of me, figured all this out, and we are going to be cutting this down. Golf ball. So in order to figure out a 10% grade through this area, you take the height and elevation up there, and you take the height and elevation technically down at the house, but we actually went to realistically where the driveway will end and where it starts going into our roundabout. And we came up with these elevations. We used a GPS tracker and put it on top of the stakes, or at least on top of a measuring pole that we had that was our standard. Created kind of a general rule that would follow all the way down, and we put what the elevation was. So this one is actually created where we need to be into a cut. That's 17 inches. We decided we're not going to cut into this any further. We're actually going to build up from this and kind of even it out throughout all of this length. So we knew we had at least 600 feet, and we knew we had a 10% grade, and it's 60 feet from the highest point to the lowest point. So class, what does that mean? That means we can't drop more than 10 feet every 100 feet. Does that make sense to everybody? That made sense to me. And my operator out here, he understands it really, really well. He does this night and day. So we went through and set all the stakes, but he was like, look, I need some more stakes put on the other side, and we're gonna box this in with a digital imprint. So their company is gonna come out, and they are gonna create a box model of our entire driveway to make sure that it meets the 10% grade all the way up, meets the 20-foot width all the way throughout, and it also has to have a slight bevel so that water will shed off of it. We want it to shed that way, if at all possible. Preferably not this way, because this way leads into the house. So this way will lead away from the house. Make sense? Class, you get it, you get it. You get what I'm saying. So my job is to mark off where these have got to go. Welcome to day 4 of building a driveway. We've had to have a huge postponement on this project because I am a little job for this company, and they're fitting me in when they can. So that means their machines have got to come and go a few times. Where we are at right now is we are starting to lay road base down. This is actually going to be final grade for this road until we are finished with the house completely. So this is the road base that we're going to be driving in and out on for the next 1.5 years, 2 years, I don't know, however long it takes. It's only going to be a year. But right now, the problem we are running into, not even the problem, right now what we are really trying to accomplish is meeting that 10% grade situation. And in order to do that, we have to build up a lot of base. So up on top of this, we only have about 8 inches, maybe a foot of this road base that's going down. But once we get to here, we actually have to increase that to about 3 to even 4 feet until we hit a certain spot down the driveway. So, all right, we're not doing anything yet. Get over here. So what I'm doing right now though, here, you guys already have seen some, since we're gonna be burying, or what's the words? Oh man. Oh, we're still recording. And my operator for the back here.
Well, at least I can see it. If it falls off, I won't run it over.